Late model points look like this. The 10-4, Brandon Brzezowski from Lavernia, topping the charts right now at 194 points. Right behind him, his teammate from Seguin, Texas, that's Cody Hardage, 9 points back. After that, on the podium, Landon Souter bringing it up in third from Elmendorf. He's 18 points back. We've also got Barry Quaid from Schertz, Texas, 25 points back. And rounding out your top five, the 08 of Alton Fambro from Elmendorf, he's 26 points back. So a good, tight battle right there for your late models. Looks like most of them are here tonight. So we'll see how that plays out as they finish up their points battle tonight. All right, folks, we're just about ready to get started with our opening ceremonies here. So before we set these cars to the track to compete tonight, of course, we want to have our national anthem and prayer. So if you would, go ahead and rise to your feet if you are able, as we have the playing of our national anthem. Standing for our opening prayer. God in heaven, Almighty Father, you are great, you are mighty. We thank you for everything that you've done for us. God, we thank you for giving us this beautiful evening to come to this place and watch and participate in the sport that we love. We ask that you would protect the drivers, protect our track crew, and protect us as we return home safely later tonight. God, we thank you for everything that you've done. We thank you for sending your Son to save us. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, folks, we're about ready to get started with our heat races. We're going to send these cars right down the chute right in front of you. One of the most neat features that we have here at I-37 is that you get to see the cars right up close as they drive past to get out to the track for their races. So give those drivers a wave. This is probably the only time that they can see as they drive down this chute right in front of you. Give them a wave, let them know, cheer for your favorite drivers. And we'll be right up with our heat races in just a few moments.
Come on,
factory stock, beginner factory stock, heat race number 1 on the track right now. The starting lineup looks like this. The 00, Zach Freeman on the pole from Three Rivers. Outside of him will be Levi Hernandez in the 55 tonight. They throw the green flag. Daniel Lopez in the 15L, Colin Alexander in the 99, and William Cavender bringing up the rear in the blue 15. There goes Daniel Lopez, leading him through turns 3 and 4. Looks like he's going to lead the first lap for your factory stock B feature. Once again, these are beginner drivers looking to get a little bit more seat time before they get in a big group. So lots of laps, lots of practice time to make sure that you know how to control that car. Oh, the 00, Zach Freeman having a little trouble getting out of turn 3. Sorry, turn 2, going down the backstretch. He gives way to the 55 of Levi Hernandez, who takes over second place. Oh, that time the 55 of Levi Hernandez has a little trouble, and they swap places again. Now the 00 of Zach Freeman takes over second for the moment. They're side by side coming out of turn 4. Daniel Lopez running away with this one. Battle for second and third. The 99 of Colin Alexander goes around. The 55 takes over third place from Levi Hernandez. Here comes Colin Alexander on the move. Once again, smooth and straight, the name of the game for these drivers, trying to keep their cars under control. That is the most important aspect of this race. And we got 2 laps to go. Battle for second right now. The 00 is Zach Freeman and the 99 of Colin Alexander. They head off into turn 3. 1 more lap to go for these competitors. Daniel Lopez running away with it for now. Here comes the 99, Colin Alexander, almost up to the back bumper. Backs off a little bit, the final 2 turns. Battle for second. Oh, they make a little bit of contact coming out of turn 4. Give it to Zach Freeman for second. And the 99 of Colin Alexander finishes off the podium. Daniel Lopez worked his way up from third to first there in the first 2 laps and never looked back. So Daniel Lopez with the new motor in that car seems to have it under control. Had some overheating issues last week, and they put a whole new motor in that machine. We'll see if it holds up for the rest of the night. Looks like the 55, Levi Hernandez, taking an extra lap there in the infield. Not sure what that was about, but he finally makes his way off into the pits. Got another heat race of beginner factory stocks coming down the chute. Heat race number 2 on the way. Five cars set to start this race. We're going to take them 8 laps. Starting on the pole, the blue and white, number 58, that's John Armandia from New Braunfels, Texas. Outside of him, the red number 3, that's Anthony Mares from Poteet, Texas. Inside row 2, the 113, that's J.D. Legg from Corpus Christi. Outside of him, the black 75, that's Jerry Miller. And bringing up the rear, the black and red 55, that's Chris Clark from Converse. Taking him around turns 3 and 4. The flagman looks him over, throws the green flag. Here we go, heat race number 2. Beginner factory stock heat race number 2. The 58 of John Armandia leads him through turns 1 and 2, but here comes the 113 of J.D. Legg from Corpus to the outside on turns 3 and 4. Looks like J.D. Legg going to take over the lead for the first lap. J.D. Legg in the 113, no stranger to Victory Circle. He usually drives an E-Mod, the number 30, a red E-Mod down at South Texas and at Texana. Tonight, oh my goodness. Turn 3, and they were on top of each other for a little while. Looks like they got separated and both managed to stay going in the right direction. Oh, the number 3, Amares, gets turned around in turn 2, goes off into the infield. We stay green so far. Mares looks like he's going to get that thing turned around. J.D. Legg still leads this one. A whole backstretch lead on the rest of the pack. The number 58 of John Armandia currently sits in second place as we're halfway through. Legg, Armandia, and then Miller rounding out your top 3. Your top 3 is about half a lap apart from each other. The 3 of Anthony Mares returns to the racing surface. We'll see if he can hold on to that car for the rest of this race. But here comes your leader, 113, J.D. Legg. Showing us how to get it done here in Pleasanton, Texas. He is firmly in control of this race still. Coming up on lap traffic. The number 3 Amares about to get eaten up as we throw the white flag. One more lap. Gets turned in turn 2, makes contact with the 113 of Legg as he goes around for the final lap. Checker flag out for J.D. Legg with a little bit of body damage on that one. The 3 of Mares finishes this one lap down. Second place goes to the 58 of John Armandia. The top 3, Jerry Miller. Fourth goes to the 55C of Chris Clark. Little scary moment there for your leader in J.D. Legg as in turn 2 he got together with the 3 of Anthony Mares on the final lap, checkered flag lap. Luckily they were able to stay going in the right direction and finish this race under green. Next up, coming onto the racing surface, the Limited Modified, sponsored by Swinton Racing Products. Limited Modifieds, we got one heat race, 8 competitors scheduled, and 8 laps. Starting on the pole will be the 95 of Sterling Tausch. He is your points leader for the moment. Outside of him will be the 79 of Marcus Mekelchek, who took the victory last week. Inside row 2, the 99 of Alan Alexander. Outside of him, the 28M of Mason Castaneda. Inside row 3, the 5 of Dylan Gaither. Outside of him, the 13M of Benjamin Mekelchek. Bringing up the last row, we got the 14 of Trent Bieber and the 64 of Abel Arredondo. The
Green flag flies. The 79 of Marcus Mekelchek jumps out to the early lead. The 95 of Sterling Tausch going backwards quickly. Loses several positions. He sits now in fourth before we throw the first lap. Here comes the 28M of Mason Castaneda on the outside, but has a little trouble getting out of turn two. Oh, the 95 of Sterling Tausch goes way high in turn three. Makes contact with the berm up in turn 3 and 4. Falls all the way to the back of the pack. Marcus Mekelchek still your leader. Here comes the 28M of Mason Castaneda in second. The 13M of Benjamin Mekelchek now looking to the bottom side, going down the backstretch. Trying to put the moves on the 28M of Mason Castaneda. We're halfway. 4 more laps to go. Comes the 14 of Trent Beaver, working his way up to the back bumper of the 113 of Benjamin Mekelchek. That is your battle for third place. We got 2 laps to go. White flag in the hand of the flag man. 1 more lap to go for Marcus Mekelchek. Here comes the 14 of Trent Beaver on the last lap. Makes a move underneath the 13M. Holds on to third place for the moment. We'll see who makes it to the checkered flag first. Give it to the 13M of Benjamin Mekelchek. Good battle right there for third place. Trent Beaver and Benjamin Mekelchek. Trent Beaver passed him on the backstretch. And then the 13M of Mekelchek went around turns 3 and 4 on the top side to take back over in third place. So the 79 of Marcus Mekelchek comes in first. 28M Mason Castaneda picks up second. And then the 13M of Benjamin Mekelchek taking back over third place on the last lap with the last lap pass. Coming down the chute. Another heat race. Looks like it's going to be the factory stocks. Factory stocks sponsored by All In Designs tonight. All In Designs out of San Antonio, Texas. We've got two heat races of factory stocks tonight. We're going to take them 8 laps around the racetrack. Starting on the pole will be the 10 of Scott Jerkins out of Lavernia, Texas. Outside of him, the 18S of Jarrett Payton out of San Antonio. Inside row 2, the 30R of Riley Heil and the 38 of Josh Sewell. He was last year's track champion in the points. Row 3 looks like this. The orange 98 of Dylan Gaither, though I don't see him out on the track just yet. Outside of him will be the 20 of Mike Lyon. Then we've got the always fast 30 of Memphis Villarreal coming out of Corpus Christi. And the 56 of Brian Schneider out of San Antonio, Texas. He did, so that's a good observation. Dylan Gaither was in the last heat race, so he had to jump out of that limited modified and back into the number 98 factory stock for this next heat race. I believe I hear him coming down the chute, so we're going to give him just a second to get out to the racing surface. There he comes, Dylan Gaither in the 98, pulling double duty tonight in the limited modified. Dylan Gaither in the 98 getting a little bit of a the field. We'll get him set correctly in the lineup inside row 3, and there he lands. Sticks the landing. Lights are out around the track. We're going to go green flag this time by. All eyes on the number 10 of Scott Jerkins, who sits on the pole for the moment, but he's got a bunch of fast cars right behind him. Keep an eye on the 38 of Josh Sewell, who sits in 4th spot. We'll probably see him make his way up to the front real quick. Here we go, green flag. Two by two they go down into turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 30 of Riley Heil. Makes a big move on the 10 of Scott Jerkins to take over the early race lead. The 18S of Jarrett Payton has to get on the binders a little bit to avoid her back bumper. Here comes the 98 of Dylan Gaither side by side with the 38 of Josh Sewell getting out of turn 2. And there he goes. Right now sitting second in points. The 98 of Dylan Gaither, who looks to take over the lead here on the second lap, sorry. Not sure what happened there with the young lady of Riley Heil moving backwards quickly, having trouble getting this car around the track. Looks like she's gonna take it off into the pits. Tough break for that young lady. Josh Sewell and Dylan Gaither side by side coming out of turn 2 as they battle for the lead. Gaither on the high side, Sewell on the bottom. Both of these guys, excellent drivers. Oh, we got one going around. One around in turn 4. Jarrett Payton in the 18S goes for the loop in turn 4, but it gets it turned around. We stay green. Right now the lead, the 98 of Dylan Gaither, but here comes the 38 of Josh Sewell and the 20 of Mike Lyon. Laps to go, 2 sticks in the air. Stretch, almost not socially distanced out there. They're so close that they're almost touching. We got the white flag, 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap to the 38. Sitter, the 98 of Dylan Gaither. They're side by side going down the back stretch. Sewell on the bottom, Gaither on the top. Oh, they come together. Give it to the 98 of Dylan Gaither. Excellent race right there. The last lap. Oh, Josh Sewell going around in turn 2. Carrying a bit too much momentum. Maybe a bit too much excitement for the 38 of Josh Sewell. They were neck and neck coming to the checkered flag for that heat race. But give it to the 98. Dylan Gaither going to get some points for that one. He trails the number 40 of Dakota Hurley by just a few points, so he's looking to make up as many points as he can for that points battle, which will end the next race. We'll have our championship night in a few weeks right out here at I-37. 1 more race coming to the race surface for your factory stocks. Once again, factory stock sponsored by All In Designs. All In Designs out of San Antonio, making sure that these factory stock drivers have something to compete for. Starting on the pole will be the 44K of Michael Keelick. Outside of him, the 11X of Brian Harbison. Inside row 2, though I don't see him yet, will be the 93 of Aaron Letty. Outside of him, the 31 of 3, the 4D, that's the red 4D, Dustin Hurley, who currently sits 3rd in points. We've got the 58 of Anthony Gordon outside of him, and bringing up the rear, your points champion for the season so far, the 40 of Dakota Hurley, who picked up the win last week in that factory stock right there. First win in that new factory stock car. And Dakota Hurley sitting well, but looking to get as many points as he can over the 98 of Dylan Gaither, who just picked up the heat race win a few moments ago. Still waiting on the 93 of Aaron Letty. Not sure if we're going to have enough time to get him out to the track. He was supposed to be in the second spot, but it looks like we've moved the red 4D of Dustin Hurley up to the second row. And by the looks of things, it looks like we're going to start this race with this lineup. So 6 cars on the track right now. We're going to take them 8 laps. All eyes on the 44K, Michael Keedick, who leads them around turn 3 and 4. Here we go, green flag in the air. Keelik heads off into turn 1 and 2, leads him down the backstretch for the first lap. Here comes the 4D, the red 4D of Dustin Hurley, who takes over second, and right behind him, the 40 of Dustin Hurley. He and Alan Torres in the 31 finished that lap side by side. I couldn't tell who to give it to, but now making good progress is the white 40 machine of Dustin Hurley, who goes to work on the 44K of Michael Keelik. Oh, little contact made between second and third there. The 40 of Dakota Hurley takes over second spot from the 44 of Keelik, who falls back to third. Hurley and Hurley, the top two, they're side by side getting out of turn 2, but there goes the white 40 of Dakota Hurley, who takes over the lead. Gets a little sideways coming out of turn 3 and 4, but holds on to it. We'll see if we have any strategy, the brother-to-brother strategy right there. Alan Torres in the 31 looking to work the bottom side of this track against the 4D of Dustin Hurley. Dustin Hurley still in second spot for the moment, but here comes the 31 of Alan Torres. Dustin Hurley doing all he can to hold off the rest of the competition for his brother in the 40 machine. But now Alan Torres takes over second spot with 2 laps to go. Oh, the 4D of Dustin Hurley got a hold of an infield tractor tire coming out of turn 2, but he holds on to it, keeps that car going in the right direction. Checkered flag in the hand of the flag man now. Here comes Dakota Hurley for the heat race win. Alan Torres picks up second. Dustin Hurley third. The 44K of Keelik picks up fourth. And the 11X of Brian Harbison picks up fifth. So right now, the first and second in the points race picking up heat race victories tonight. That sets up a good feature race where likely both of those guys will be starting right next to each other in the feature. So points battle heating up here tonight at I-37. Well. Look who has finally made it back to I-37 Speedway. We got the late models for you tonight. 2 heat races for the late models. Once again, we're going to take them 8 laps around the track. Starting on the pole will be the green and white 53X of Matt Fox. Outside of him, the bright green and yellow 57 of Jason Kelly. Inside row 2, the number 10 of Landon Souter, one of your top 5 in points. Outside of him, the red and black 19 of Barry Quaid. Starting on the bottom row, the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski, along with the 5 of DJ Schroet. We bring him around. Flagman says, no. We're going to try it again. The 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski making a big move on the bottom side of turn 2, but not noticing the yellow flag came out. We're going to start this race one more time. Looked like the 53 of Matt Fox jumped out a little early. Flagman giving a warning there to Matt Fox saying, hey, we got to start this race together. No early starts. No advantage here on the start of this race. So we get them lined back up one more time. Lights are out, green flag in hand. We'll see if we can get it done this time. All eyes on the 53X of Matt Fox. There we go. Now we got a green flag. Keep an eye on the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski. He is always fast, knows how to get around this racetrack here in Pleasanton, Texas. The 5 of DJ Schroet making contact with the front stretch wall as he came around turn 4. Grazed the front stretch wall, but he keeps it going in the right direction for the moment. The 57 of Jason Kelly holds on to the top spot, but here comes the 19 of Barry Quaid working the bottom side of this racetrack. And don't look now, folks, but here comes the 10 of Brandon Brzezowski. Oh, we got one around. That's the 57. Contact between the 19 and the 57 sends the 57 around in turn 4, and the yellow flag comes out. Race officials going to have to make a call on this one. We'll see how they line the cars up. Single file as we get this lineup situated. And it appears that the 57 of Jason Kelly will be sent to the back. Fast pace around the track. Yellow lights still on as the 19 of Barry Quaid gets over the lead, followed by the 10-4 of Brzezowski. And outside of him, the 53. Now our restart procedures look like this. The second place competitor gets to. Looks like the 10-4 of Brzezowski has chosen the bottom. So he'll take over second place on the bottom there, which sends the 53X of Matt Fox up to the top. The lights are out around the track, so the 19 of Barry Quaid can go at any time. And he does, coming out of turn 4. Here comes the 10-4 of Brzezowski on the bottom side of the track, looking to take over the lead in this one as the 19 of Barry Quaid goes way high in turn 4. Brzezowski once again up to the back bumper of the 19 machine, holds on to the bottom side of this track. Your top two competitors taking very different lines around the racetrack. The 19 of Quaid going way high in turn 4. And Brzezowski sticking to the bottom side of the track. It makes for some interesting racing as they creep up close to each other and then get further away, close, further away, close, further away. 1 lap to go, 1 more lap. Oh my goodness. The 53X of Matt Fox goes around right here on the front stretch. We're gonna have to call a yellow. Yellow flag comes out on the last lap of this race for the 53 of Matt Fox. Fox going to have to rejoin the back of this pack as we get everybody reset. So yet another restart. Definitely not what the 19 of Barry Quaid wanted to see, because now the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski with yet another chance to sneak up underneath him on the bottom side of the track. We'll see how this restart plays out. But all eyes right now on the 10-4 Brzezowski as he fights to try to find a way around your leader, the 19 of Barry Quaid. Lights are out around the track. The 19 can go at any time. He chooses to hold him up, hold him up, hold him up all the way to turn 4. And now the green here comes out. Oh, contact. Contact made between the 10 of Landon Souter and the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski. White flag in the air this time. No, give it the checkered flag. Checkered flag goes to the 19 of Barry Quaid. Second place goes to the 10 of Brandon Brzezowski. Looks like there might have been a little mix-up there, as they weren't sure if they had 1 or 2 laps. We had the green and we had the checkered, so 1 lap finish for that heat race, and give it to the 19 of Barry Quaid, taking the heat race win. Another heat race of late models coming down the chute. As the dust clears, 5 competitors, 8 laps. Starting on the pole will be the 29 of Jamie Campbell. Outside of him, the return of the 13, Howie Marks, back in the late model tonight. Good to see Howie Marks back out here inside row 2, the 08 of Alton Fambro. And second in points on the outside of row 2 will be the number 12, the teammate of the 10-4, Brandon Brzezowski. It's the 12 of Cody Hardage. Keep an eye on that competitor right there, who looks to make his way up to the front quickly. Finally, bringing up the rear in the 7G machine, that's David Good Jr. from Coppers Cove, Texas. Good to see David Good out here at I-37. Lights are out around the track. We're going to go racing this time by. Jamie Campbell leads him around to the green. Oh, we almost go 3 wide there in turn 2. Right on the first lap, the 08 of Alton Fambro on the bottom. Contact made in turn 3. We stay going the right direction. Too wide in turn 2. There goes the 7G of David Good Jr. picking up third. Right now the 12 of Cody Hardage goes to work on the back bumper of the 29 of Jamie Campbell. Oh my goodness. Working around the top side of the track is the 12 of Cody Hardage. trying to get around the 29 of Jamie Campbell, and he does. Takes over the top spot. Here comes the 7G of David Good Jr., who now goes to work on the back bumper of the 29. Looks to take over second. We're halfway through. Oh, the 7G of David Good gets crossed up in turns 1 and 2, has to get on the brakes and falls back to third. Jamie Campbell takes over second spot once again. White flag in the air now for the 12 of Cody Hardage, who has a huge lead on the rest of this pack. 29 of Campbell in second, and the 7G of David Good Jr. in third. Here comes the 12 of Hardage to the checkered flag. Cody Hardage with the easy heat race victory. Second goes to the 29 of Campbell, and third goes to the 7G of David Good Jr. So once again here, folks, in the late models, we have a 1-2, first and second in the points, both taking heat race victories. So the 10-4, the 12 of Cody Hardage taking a heat race victory. So setting up good points battles for the rest of the night in the features. Here comes the Tuners. Tuner cars coming down the chute. Tuner cars to the racetrack, starting on the pole. The little black VW, that's the 75 of Chad Miller. Outside of him, the red and white 88 JR, that's Ronnie Schoenfeld. Inside row 2, the black and blue 11J, that's Josh Jones. Outside of him, the 55 will be Riker Hernandez. We've got the 28 of Levi Hernandez, his brother, behind him. The 14 of Brandon McCall, and the 816 of Ryan McDonald starts this one in the rear, but don't look for him to stay there long. There goes the 28 of Levi Hernandez, taking over the early race lead here in the first lap. He's got a bunch of fast competitors right behind him. Levi Hernandez followed by his brother in the 55. That's Riker Hernandez. And then picking up third for the moment is the 14 of Brandon McCall. But here comes the 816 of Ryan McDonald. $14 of McCall goes low on the 28 of Hernandez for the lead and takes over. And here comes the 816 of McCall trying to work, or sorry, the 816 of McDonald trying to work the bottom side of this track. The 55 of Riker Hernandez goes way high in turn 2, makes contact with the berm up there in turn 2, but holds on to it, keeps going in the right direction, falls back to 4th. Brandon McCall, your leader for the moment, but here comes the 816 of McDonald. Currently sits in second, but he has his sights set on the back bumper of that orange and blue machine. The 816 of McDonald has been the king of the tuner class, winning probably 4 out of 5 races here at I-37 in that blue car. We're spread out, single file, all around the racetrack. No competition at the moment. White flag in the air for the 14 of McCall. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough time. 2 more turns for the 14 to McCall. Here comes the 816 of McDonald. Bringing it up in third will be the 28 of Levi Hernandez, followed by the 55 of Riker Hernandez in fourth. The black VW, Chad Miller, brings up fifth. And in sixth is the 816 of Ryan McDonald. Somewhere along the way, we lost the 88 JR of Ronnie Schoenfeld. All right, starting on the pole will be the silver number 70. That's Rod Tate. Outside of him in the red. Inside row 2, the 88 of Justin Sitterly. Outside of him, the red 9T. That's John Thomas. Inside row 3, the always fast 33 of Jamie Garner. And bringing up the rear, the 43 of Jennifer Kidd in the black and teal and pink machine. Jennifer Kidd picking up her first heat race win a few weeks back, but has yet to finish a feature race. So we'll all be cheering for her to make it safely through this heat and through the feature later tonight. Here we go, green flag in the air for the 70 of Rod Tate. We go green. Oh, contact with the infield tractor tire, and around goes the 88 of Justin Sitterly. We may have to throw the yellow flag if he can't get it restarted. Here comes the 70 of Rod Tate, and the yellow flag comes out. Oh, also looks like the 43 of Jennifer Kidd having some trouble in turn 4. We'll get this one restarted. Looks like we might have a complete restart here for this one. No laps complete so far. And it looks like the 88 of Sitterly gonna pull it off into the infield. We'll keep an eye on that situation, but for the moment it looks like he's not going to be able to continue this one. So we're going to put him back in as close to the order as we can to what they would have started. So that puts the 70 Rod Tate back on the pole, 35 of Daryl Jones outside of him. We move the 33 of Jamie Garner up 1 spot. 9T of John Thomas to the outside, and bringing up the rear, the 43 of Jennifer Kidd, who now sits in 5th. Lights are out around the track. Here we go, starting on the flag, man. Green flag in the air for the 70 of Rod Tate. Oh, Jennifer Kidd collecting one of the infield tractor tires there. Gonna go ahead and pull it off into the infield as she grabs a gear. Not sure if she's gonna be able to continue in this one. Battle for the lead heating up between the two silver cars on the track. That's the 70 of Rod Tate and the 33 of Jamie Garner. Here he comes down the backstretch, shot out of a cannon. The 33 of Jamie Garner blows by the 70 of Rod Tate on the backstretch. They get a little closer coming around turns 3 and 4, but give this lap to the 33 of Garner, who moves up in front of the 70 of Tate to secure that position. Oh, the 35 of Daryl Jones having a little trouble there, taking the shortcut through the infield and rejoins the racing surface. Garner, Tate, and Thomas now your top three. 4 cars out on the track as they spread out around the track. Oh, the 70 of Tate gets a little crossed up in turn 3. Has to slow down and get on the binders. Holds on to his second position for the moment. The 33 of Jamie Garner now getting around lap traffic. That's the 35 of Daryl Jones heading down the backstretch. Lap traffic for the rest of your top 3. White flag in the air. Rod Tate goes around on the outside. The lap traffic makes it safely around. Checkered flag in the hands of the flag man as the 33 of Jamie Garner comes around one last time. Jamie Garner, Rod Tate, and the 9T of John Thomas rounding out the top 3. More heat races coming down the chute. This is going to be the last few heat races. We've got the IMCA Modifieds. IMCA Modifieds taken out to the track. Your heat race lineup looks like this. The 8G of Greg Densmore starting on the pole. Outside of him, the 5 of Cody Clark, who sits in third in points. Second row will be the 53X of Chandler Fox and the 8 of Logan Densmore. And bringing up the third row in the orange 22M, that's Anthony Gordon. And in the 5M, coming out of the tuner and into an IMCA Modified, that's the 5M of Ryan McDonald. And it looks like we have one more competitor, the 7 of Stephen Booble, tagging the end of this heat race. 8 laps the distance. All eyes on the 8 of Greg Densmore. Here we go, green flag in the air. Greg Densmore shot out of a cannon. Gets the early lead on the rest of this pack, but goes way high in turn 4. Has to get on the brakes to hold on to it. Oh, the 8G of Greg Densmore stuck up at the top of turn 2. We may have to throw the yellow flag for that one. I think he's high-sided up on the top of turn 2, unable to move. Yellow flag comes out. Greg Dinsmore in the 8G needing a little push as he gets high-sided up on the top of the berm there. I don't think anything is wrong with that car, but just need to get him pulled off of the berm. So because the yellow flag came out for the 8G, that gives the lead over to the 22M of Anthony Gordon, followed by the 53X of Chandler Fox, and then the 5, the yellow number 5 of Cody Clark, rounding out your top 3. Stephen Boble in the number 7 pulls it off into the infield over there between turns 3 and 4. The 8G of Greg Dinsmore on the hook temporarily. Looks like they're going to let him go now that they've got that car on all fours back on the racing surface. Dinsmore takes off. Looks like he's going to rejoin the back of the pack. And it looks like he decided to take it off into the pits. So our lineup looks good. We're going to get him stacked back up. The 22M of Anthony Gordon, your current leader, as he leads him around to the green flag, and we go back to green race. Here comes the 8 of Logan Dinsmore around the 53X of Chandler Fox, trying to pick up second position, and it looks like he will. Chandler Fox in the 53 falls back to third. And we're halfway, 4 more laps to go. Anthony Gordon trying to get that car to work around turn 3 and 4. Looks like that car is a little tight at the moment. Anthony Gordon having to wrench that car just to get it to sit right, coming around turn 3 and 4. White flag in the air for Anthony Gordon. Second place right now goes to Logan Dinsmore in the 8. And the 53X of Chandler Fox currently in third. Checkered flag coming around to Anthony Gordon. They finish in that order. Fun to see the blue flames coming out of that yellow number 5 machine as he turns into turn 1. He gets off the throttle and back into it, and a whole bunch of blue flame coming out the left side of that car. Looks like the 7 of Stephen Booble back underneath his own power. Looks like he's going to take it off into the pits, get that car looked at for the feature race later tonight. So we have completed all of our heat races for tonight. We're going to take it off into intermission. We'll throw some tunes on the radio, You guys make sure to stop by our concession stand, but before you do, make sure to get some tokens from our souvenir booth. Tokens for the concession stand picked up at the souvenir booth. Get you some cold drinks, some hot food, and we'll be back in just a few minutes for the rest of our feature races.
just about ready to get started up with our feature races. Before we do, I have a 50-50 drawing to get done. So get out your green 50-50 tickets. Green 50-50 tickets. I got your number right here. Green 50-50 ticket number 0246646. Gonna take home $39 tonight. 0246646. As the cars come down the chute,
we have a winner. All right. Beginner Factory Stocks feature race. Coming down the chute, your lineup will look like this. Starting on the pole will be the gray and orange number 15L. That's Daniel Lopez. Outside of him, the 113. That's JD Legg. Inside row 2, the 00 Zach Freeman, along with the 58 of John Armandia. Row 3 will be the 99 of Colin Alexander and the 75 of Jerry Miller. Row 4 will be the 55 of Levi Hernandez and another 55 of Chris Clark. The back row will be the 15 of William Cavender and the red number 3 of Anthony Matez. Lights are out. Well, not just quite. We've still got yellow lights. Looks like we may be missing one competitor. I do not see the 55C of Chris Clark. And he may not gonna be able to make it to this race, because now we have lights out. Looks like we're gonna go green with this lineup. All eyes on the orange and gray 15 of Daniel Lopez. He made his way to winner's circle earlier in the season, but has had nothing but problems until now. But he's got a new motor in that car. We'll see what he can do with it here in the feature race. Lights are out. We're about to go feature racing. Daniel Lopez gets on the throttle. Here we go, folks. Green flag in the air. With some stiff competition from the 113 of JD Legg. Knows how to get around a racetrack pretty quick, although he usually does it in an E-mod, now in a factory stock tonight. We spread out and go single file. Your top 3, JD Legg, Daniel Lopez, and then the 58 of John Armandia rounding out the podium so far. We're going 15 laps. We're on lap 3. Oh, the 15 of Daniel Lopez goes a little high coming out of turn 2. Loses a little distance on your leader. Still maintains his second spot though. The battle for 4th right now, the 99 of Colin Alexander and the 00 Zach Freeman. Colin Alexander trying it on the top side of the track, seeing if he can make it work. Oh, contact between the 15 and the 58. Coming out of turn 4, contact between the 15 and 58, but they stay going the right direction. We stay second and third place. Daniel Lopez holds on to second despite the contact between him and the 58 of Armandia. The 58 of Armandia all over the back bumper of the 15 of Lopez, letting them know he's there. Here comes the 58 yet again. Good battle right there for the second spot. Lopez and Armandia. We're halfway this time by. The 113 of J.D. Legg running away with this one. He's got a whole straightaway lead over the 15 of Lopez. We got a yellow flag for the red number 3, Mares, right down here on the front stretch. Getting turned around up in turn 4. Not able to get going in the right direction quickly enough. We're going to slow him down. Mares trying to grab a gear, and he does. Going to rejoin at the back of this pack, so we get him stacked back up along the back stretch. The 113 of J.D. Legg banging his head against the steering wheel right now. Not what he wanted to see. A yellow flag and a restart. Towards the end of this race, he had a whole straightaway lead on top of the second and third competitors. But now we're going to back him up. Stack him up, back him up one more time for another restart. The 15 of Lopez and the 58 of Armandia were battling each other for second and third spot. The lights are out around the track. The 113 of Legg can go at any time. He holds them up and takes off early in turn 3. Here we go. Green flag once again for the 113 of Legg. Armandia drops back to third. Lopez returns to his second spot as he fights along the bottom side of this track. The 99 of Colin Alexander, here he comes for fourth. Colin Alexander all over the back bumper of the 58, gives him a little bit of a push going down the backstretch. Now the 58 of Armandia goes to work on the bottom side against the 15 of Lopez. Here they come to the flag stand. Give it to the 58 of Armandia, who takes over second spot. New second place, the 58 of Armandia. We'll see if he can hold on to it as the laps are winding down. Colin Alexander in the 99 also trying to insert himself into the mix. The battle for that second and third position. The 15 of Lopez goes to work on the bottom side, trying to get his spot back. And he does for the moment. The 15 of Daniel Lopez wrestles his way back up to the second spot against the 58. We got one turned around in turn 4. That's the 15 of William Cavender. We're going to have another restart in this race, folks. One more restart before the end of this one. Good battles going on for second and third spot right now. Armandia, Lopez, and the 99 of Colin Alexander all fighting for the top 3 spots on the podium there. One more restart before the end of this one. Yet again, the 113 of J.D. Legg, your leader, loses all of the progress that he made on the rest of the pack as we stack them back up. 15 of Lopez on the bottom, 58 of Armandia on the top. We'll see which lane is going to work better. Last time around, the 15 of Lopez jumped out to the early lead. We'll see how it plays out this time. The 113 of Legg takes off early, coming down the backstretch. We're going green flag. Couple more laps to go in this one. Lopez takes over in second spot as the 58 of Armandia goes way high in turn 4, almost connects with the front stretch wall. We'll see what he does this time. Oh my goodness. So close to the front stretch wall was the 58 of Armandia, but he's making it work on the top side and takes over second spot. Checkered flag in the hand of the flagman. 2 laps to go. We got 2 sticks in the air. Oh my goodness. The 15 of Lopez goes around in turn 4. Lopez unable to hold on to it. I think we're going to get another yellow flag, and we do. 15 of Lopez unable to get that car back into gear. Can't get it restarted. So yet another restart. We're going to have a green-white checkered finish in this one. Daniel Lopez with the solo spin coming out of turn 4. Going to rejoin the back of this pack. Got a long way to go to get back up to the second spot that he was in when he got spun around. Oh, it looks like he's going to go off into the pits. Not sure what's going on with the 15 of Lopez. Obviously frustration for him as he just put a new motor in that machine, hoping to have a good result tonight, but not going to have it here in the feature race. So the battle for second right now will be the 58 of Armendia, and now coming up into the podium spot will be the 99 of Colin Alexander. Colin Alexander, his first time at a factory stock tonight, competing in the B beginner factory stocks, trying to put himself on the podium in his first night. The lights are going to go out this time by. Once again, another restart for the 113 of Leg. As we get these guys restacked and back in order. Race control talking to these racers, making sure that they're in the right order as we restart this race one more time. I see the 55 of Riker Hernandez. Sorry, that's Levi Hernandez tonight, one of the Hernandez boys. The 55 of Levi Hernandez getting pushed off into the infield. Hernandez getting pushed off into the infield. Flagman shows him one more time to go. We got a green-white checkered finish. JD Legg on the 113 has had no competition so far. He started this one on the front row, took off early and never looked back. One more restart under his belt, and he says, let's go racing, boys, early down the backstretch. Here comes the 58 of Armendia and the 99 of Colin Alexander. White flag lap, one more lap to go as the 75 of Miller tries to insert himself into the mix. Fighting for that third spot, battle for third. JD Legg gonna take the white flag. Armendia second. And now firmly in control of third is the 99 of Colin Alexander, rounding out your top three podium spots. Checkered flag in the air. JD Legg gonna get it done tonight here in Pleasanton. The 58 of Armendia second. First time in a factory stock tonight. Picking up third spot will be the 99 of Colin Alexander. Good job, Colin Alexander, for his first time in a factory stock. What a race right there, folks. All of the restarts. So many restarts for the 30 of JD Legg, but he holds on to it and stays in control for the rest of this race. Give him a wave as he takes his victory lap. JD Legg showing us he knows how to get it done in a factory stock. Hopefully we'll see him in the feature and the big factory stock races for the rest of the season. But we're going to send our next feature race down the chute. Give him a wave, folks. Cheer for your favorite drivers. They come down. It's going to be the limited modifieds. Limited modifieds tonight, sponsored by Swinson Race Products. We're going to go 20 laps. 20 laps the distance. You see the number 98 factory stock coming out onto the track. That is going to be the ride for Dylan Gaither later on tonight. He's in a limited late model right now for this race, but he'll begin the factory stock in one of the next races. So they went ahead and pulled it off into the infield so that he can quickly jump into that car. But Marcus Michalczyk starting on the pole with the 28M of Mason Castaneda to his outside. The 13 of Benjamin Michalczyk right behind him in the second row with the 14 of Trent Beaver outside of him. Row number 3, the 5 of Dylan Gaither alongside his teammate, the 99 of Alan Alexander. Bringing up the rear, the 95 of Sterling Tausch and the 64 of Emil Arredondo. Here we go, coming down the back stretch, the 79 of Marcus Michalczyk showing us how to get it done on the first lap. Beaver on the bottom side, trying to take over second spot from the 28M of Mason Castaneda. Good folks coming down for the second lap. Give it to Trent Beaver for the second lap, but don't count out the 28M of Mason Castaneda. He knows how to get it done. The 13M of Benjamin Michalczyk falling backwards a little bit. Giving fourth spot over to the 5 of Dylan Gaither. The 5 of Dylan Gaither picking up fourth for the moment as he works around the bottom side of the track. The 13M of Benjamin Michalczyk going way high in turn 4, almost making contact with the front stretch wall. We'll see if he does it again or if he stays on the bottom. Looks like he's going to stay on the bottom. Oh, big contact right there between the 13M of Benjamin Michalczyk and the 99 of Alan Alexander. Yellow flag around the track. Both the 99 and the 13M had a little trouble getting out of turn 4. They make contact right here on the front stretch. Into the infield. The damage possibly looks to be superficial only on the passenger side door of that machine. So the 13 of Ben Michalczyk looks to possibly be able to rejoin this pack. The 99 of Alan Alexander fighting a tough car condition right there. It looks like his car was really tight getting out of turn 4. Wasn't able to hold on to it and made some contact with the 13M of Benjamin Michalczyk. Looks like Benjamin's going to get his spot back, and the 99 of Alexander gets sent to the back temporarily for the moment. So with this restart, your top 3 remain in the same position. The 79 of Marcus Michalczyk, the 14 of Trent Beaver, and rounding up the top 3 of the 28M of Mason Castaneda. Good battle for the top 3 as we go one more time to the green flag. Lights are out. Marcus Michalczyk going to play some head games with the rest of this field. Holds him up. Oh my goodness, what happened there? I have no idea what happened there. I have never seen anything like that in all the years that I've been racing, which truthfully hasn't been long, but I have never seen the leader spin out like that. It looks like there might have been some contact. I see the right rear quarter panel folded up underneath the 79 machine. Probably going to be some contact. And I see the 5 of Dylan Gaither, who got collected in that one with a little bit of damage to the left side of that machine. So the 79 to Marcus Meckelcheck, we'll see where he goes, but he's probably going to get his spot back. The 5 of Dylan Gaither with a little body damage, but superficial body damage, going to be able to rejoin this one. It appears, based on the order of the cars, that infraction getting called on the 28M of Mason Castaneda, spinning your leader out before the start of this race. So he's going to go to the back of the pack, followed by Dylan Gaither, because he went into the hot pits to check on that car. So still anybody's race as we reset the order in this one. Any of these guys can jump back up to the front spots no matter where they are. Flagman going to show them one more this time by. So yet again, the 79 of Marcus Meckelcheck, followed by the 14 of Trent Beaver. And now up to the top 3, going to be the 13M of Benjamin Meckelcheck. They take off early down the backstretch. Marcus Meckelcheck getting a good jump on the rest of the field. The 14 of Trent Beaver sets to go to work, but has a lot of ground to make up on the 79 of Meckelcheck. Oh, the 13 of Benjamin Meckelcheck getting turned around. Up in turn 3, Benjamin Meckelcheck with some contact and getting sent around. We go yellow again. Another yellow flag comes out. Benjamin Meckelcheck getting a little too hot going into turn 3, spinning around after a little bit of contact with another car. Looks like the 13 of Benjamin Meckelcheck gonna take it off to the pits. Yet again, the 5 of Dylan Gaither with some more body damage to get taken care of. This time he waits for a race official instead of going off into the hot pits. There he goes, the 5 of Dylan Gaither giving a wave back. That body panel probably not going to last long, but we'll see if it has an effect on his aerodynamic package. Holding on by just, and we'll keep an eye on that and see if it stays in place. But here we go for yet another restart. The 79 of Marcus Meckelcheck, followed by the 14 of Trent Beaver. I think that should put the 95 of Sterling Tausch up to the top for third. Sterling Tausch, one of your top competitors in the points battle. So Sterling Tausch going to get a pretty good amount of points to finish off the rest of this season. Track officials coming to check out the top of turn 4. Might be some debris up at the top of turn 4, or they might be trying to tell the drivers where to go. Looks like they're trying to get the drivers in the right order. Lights are out. Here we go. We're going to go single file. Green light comes out. Marcus Meckelcheck takes off to the green flag. Here comes Trent Beaver for second. Everybody goes around the 99 of Alan Alexander. Here comes the 5 of Gaither on the top side, trying to make up a bunch of spots. Oh! The 64 of Arredondo goes around in turn 4. It looks like, and he rejoins the field. We stay green. Good job by Abel Arredondo to get that thing turned around so we don't have another restart. We're finally halfway. 10 more laps to go. Here comes the 28M of Mason Castaneda on the top side, back up to third. Oh, the 14 of Beaver goes to work on the 79 of Michalczyk, trying to work the bottom side of the track. Here he comes, almost up to the back bumper. 14, Trent Beaver, working the bottom side of the track. Slows down a little bit in turn 4. Marcus Michalczyk holds on to it for the moment, but it looks like Trent Beaver might have the faster car. Getting to the back bumper is one thing, but getting around him is a whole nother thing entirely. Here comes the 28 and Mason Castaneda trying to put himself back into the mix. Castaneda working the top side of this track. Catching up ever so slightly to the 14 of Beaver. Here they go, 2 laps. 2 more laps to go. Castaneda shot out of a cannon coming out of turn 2. Still working the top side of the track. We'll see if he can hold on to it with the white flag in the air. Give it to Beaver for second. Castaneda yet again on the top side. Checkered flag in the hand of the flagman. Who's it going to be? Castaneda, Beaver. Oh, the crossover move for Castaneda puts him back to third. Trent Beaver takes over second place. Marcus Michalczyk showing us how to get it done. Trent Beaver pulls off the second place on the last lap with the late race charge coming from the 28 of Mason Castaneda. Good job on the 28M to get back up to the top of this field despite the problems that he had earlier in the race. Good third place finish for the 28M of Mason Castaneda. Here come the factory stocks. Factory stocks sponsored by All In Designs. All In Designs out of San Antonio. If you need a t-shirt, if you need a race car wrap, if you need a design to go on a trophy or a koozie or a hat, go check out the guys at All In Designs. They're going to take care of you. Your feature race lineup looks like this. Starting on the pole, not out on the racetrack yet because he's switching cars. It's the 98 of Dylan Gaither. He'll be out on the track in just a moment as soon as he gets strapped into his factory stock. Dylan Gaither right now second in points, and first place in points will be starting to his outside. That's the 40 of Dakota Hurley. Looking forward to that battle. Inside row 2, the 38 of Joshua Sewell, and outside of him, the always fast 31 of Alan Torres. Row 3 will be the 20 of Mike Lyon, and the 4D, the red 4D of Dustin Hurley. Row number 4, Memphis Villarreal in the 30, along with the 44K of Michael Kielick. Row number 5 will be the 56 of Brian Schneider, along with the 11X of Brian Harbison. Row number 6 will be the 18S of Jarrett Payton, along with the 58 of Anthony Gordon. Row number 7 will be the 10 of Scott Jerkins. And I have the 93 of Aaron Letty, but I don't see him out there. And bringing up the rear will be the 30R of Riley Heil. Lights are out, green flag in hand. Let's go racing with the factory stocks. Dylan Gaither, Dakota Hurley side by side going down the backstretch. They made a little contact coming out of turn 2. We'll see if that sets the tone for the rest of the race. Oh, contact between the 18 and the 56. Back in the back of the pack. They stay going in the right direction, and we stay green flag racing. Oh, the 18 of Jarrett Payton getting pushed off into the infield. Problems for the 18 machine. Nothing but problems for the 18. Oh, Jarrett Payton might be a flat tire. Not sure what's going on there, but we look back to the lead, the 98 of Dylan Gaither giving way to the 40 of Dakota Hurley, who takes over the next lap. Gaither working the bottom side, falling back to second. Here comes the 31 of Alan Torres, followed by the 38 of Josh Sewell. Rounding out your top 5, it's the 4D of Dustin Hurley. The top 5 coming under fire from the 30 machine of Villarreal. Gonna take over the 5 spot from the 4D of Dustin Hurley. But here comes the 4D yet again on the bottom. Battle for 5th place right now. Hurley and Villarreal. Villarreal moves up to the top side. Not gonna be enough. Here comes the 4D of Dustin Hurley, yet again on the bottom side of the track, trying to hold on to the 5th position. We go 3 wide into turn 2. Villarreal, Hurley, and Sewell battle for 4th and 5th right there. Here comes Villarreal on the bottom. Villarreal going to take over the 5th spot as he works his way to the bottom side. Power move right there from the 30 of Villarreal to get to the bottom side of the track. Meanwhile, the 98 of Gaither worked his way around the bottom and got in front of Dakota Hurley, but here they come side by side to the flag stand. Give that lap to Dakota Hurley. Now here comes Dylan Gaither on the top side. We got a yellow flag. Yellow flag out on the track. Trying to see what the yellow flag is for. Back in the back, the 58. The 58 of Anthony Gordon. Looks like he might have got high-sided on the berm. Trying to get that car back into the infield so he can get checked over. Not sure if that's a catastrophic failure, but the 58 of Gordon pulling off into the infield. We'll see if they can get that car sorted and back to the back of the pack. What a race, folks, right now between the 40 and the 98. Those two guys battling back and forth for the lead. And then we have a battle for fourth and fifth between the 30 of Villarreal, the 38 of Josh Sewell, and the 4D of Dustin Hurley, who has now fallen back to the 6th spot. But all three of those cars in the 4th, 5th, and 6th spot battling all over the racetrack. They're taking the top high, they're taking the bottom low, and they're getting it figured out. Good battles for your top 6 right now. We're gonna get them stacked back up. 2 by 2 they go for this restart. This puts Alan Alexander on the top side of the track for the restart. Dylan Gaither in the 98 on the bottom. The 40 of Dakota Hurley can go at any time. The lights are out. They head off into turn 3. Mind games, here we go. Green flag in the air for Dakota Hurley. Dylan Gaither gets a good restart on the bottom. We go 2 wide into turn 2. Riley Heil facing the wrong direction in turn 2, and we're gonna have to throw another yellow flag. Another yellow flag comes out for the young lady facing the wrong direction in the 30 machine. Looks like she's got it refired. And it appears that she's going to try to rejoin the back of the pack. Not sure if there was contact that caused that spin up there in turn 2. I was looking in the wrong direction, but race control will give us the indication here. The 30 of Heil, if she starts in the back or back to where she was. It looks like she wants to be back in the middle of the pack. Little bump and grind there between the 30 of Heil and the 44 of Keelik. Looks like Keelik is going to take the wave and come back to the back of the pack. But I see one of the race officials right down here on the front stretch. We might have to try to get these guys reordered. Lots of yellow flags tonight. Lots of tough racing out there on the racing surface. Looks like one of the officials just wanted to check out the 40 machine. Want to make sure that that car is safe, and it looks like it is. So Dakota Hurley will retake his spot up at the top of the field. Lights are gonna go out this time by, and they do. Dakota Hurley still in control of this race, trailed by the 98 of Dylan Gaither and the 31 of Alan Torres. He leads him around turn 4 and sets him loose. Green flag, here we go. Here comes the 38 of Josh Sewell to make it 3 wide, coming out of turn 2. The 30 of Villarreal taking over the 4th spot for the moment, looking to work the bottom side of the track behind Gaither in the 98. Hurley, Gaither, Torres, and now Villarreal in the 4th spot. Oh, a little contact there between Villarreal and Gaither. Villarreal makes contact with the tractor tire coming out of turn 4, but stays going in the right direction. He holds on to his 4th spot at the moment. Oh, Alan Torres in the 31 going way high in turn 4. Loses a couple positions. And now we have the 4D of Dustin Hurley getting spun around. Dustin Hurley with the loop, scoop, and recoup. We stay green. Dylan Gaither now on the top side of the track, hoping to find some traction up there, but he loses 2nd spot to the 30 of Villarreal for the moment. But here comes the 98 of Gaither on the top side of the track. Gaither trying to work the top side, trying to find some traction up there. Not gonna do it that time though. Gaither falls back to 5th. Josh Sewell and Alan Torres go by Dylan Gaither on the bottom. And they take over the 3rd and 4th spot. Dylan Gaither now back to the bottom side of the track, back to what's working. And Gaither back on the bottom takes over the 4th spot from Josh Sewell. Dakota Hurley once again still your leader. Laps winding down for the 40 of Hurley. We got one around in turn 4. Looks like we're gonna get it turned back around. We stay green again. The 4D of Dustin Hurley gets spun around in turn 4. He is off of the racing surface, but not far enough. Not far enough off the racing surface is the 4D of Hurley, so we have yet another yellow flag. Lots of hard racing. Yellow laps, here we go.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Factory stocks, I think we're gonna take them single file, which gives even more of an advantage to the 40 of Dakota Hurley, but don't look now, here comes the 30 of Villarreal, who makes his way up to 2nd, followed by the 31 of Alan Torres in 3rd. I believe the lights are going to go out possibly this time by. No, we're still double checking the lineup. One more yellow pace lap for these factory stock drivers. The points race is heating up, and the hard racing out there is heating up, as evidenced by all of these yellow flags. All right, we get them lined up one more time. Lights are out around the track. All eyes on the 40 of Hurley as we have yet another restart. Hurley takes off early in turn 3. Here comes Villarreal in the 30, trying to track him down. Villarreal trying to find some traction on the bottom side of the track. He's almost side by side with the 40 of Hurley. Villarreal still working the bottom side of the track, trying to make something work. The 40 of Hurley gets a little loose coming out of turn 4. Gives up the lead on the white flag lap. They go down the backstretch. Villarreal now holds on to the lead. Checkered flag in hand. Gonna be Villarreal on the last lap pass. followed by the 31 of Alan Torres, who also got around the 40 of Hurley on the last lap. I'm not sure if Dakota Hurley was having problems there, but he gave up 2 spots in 1 lap. Dylan Gaither followed them in 4th spot, so the battle for the points lead still going to be a close chase as the season winds down. 1 more points race to go. But hats off to the number 30 of Memphis Villarreal, showing us how to get it done here in Pleasanton with the last lap pass. What a race right there. Villarreal holding on to it all the way to the end. Yellow caution laps and restarts, a big factor in that factory stock race. But we're going to send the next feature down the chute. Here come the late models, folks. The 5 of DJ Schroet facing the wrong direction here on the parade laps. I guess he found out really quickly that the track is a little slippery coming out of turn 3 and 4 there. But here is your feature race lineup. Starting on the pole, the 19 of Barry Quaid. Outside of him, second in points right now would be the 12 of Cody Hardage. Inside row 2, his teammate, the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski. Outside of him will be the 29 of Jamie Campbell. Row 3, the 10 of Landon Souter, and the 7G of David Good Jr. Row number 4, the 57 of Jason Kelly, and the 08 of Alton Fembro. Row number 5 will be the 5 of DJ Schroet, and the 13 of Howie Marks. And bringing up the rear will be the 53X of Matt Fox, though I don't see Matt Fox out there. Wait a minute. I do see the 53X of Matt Fox out there. He's in front of the 13 of Howie Marks. So little shakeup to this feature race lineup here, but the 19 of Barry Quaid going to start us out on the pole. Green flag waves in the air, a little bit of confusion. Little bit of confusion right there on the start, but the 12 of Cody Hardage takes off early and sets the pace for this first lap. Barry Quaid picks up second for the moment. But he loses it right underneath the flag stand to the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski, who now takes over second spot. Brzezowski goes to work on his teammate, the 12 of Cody Hardage. Contact between the 29 of Campbell and the 19 of Quaid. The 19 of Quaid got stuck up on the top of turn 4. Hard contact between him and the 29. But they stay going in the right direction. Hardage, Rosowski, and now the 7G of David Good Jr., your top three. Rosowski and Hardage battling for the lead as they go down the backstretch. Oh, we got one around in turn 4. Yellow light. Yellow gonna come out right in front of your leaders. That's the 5 of DJ Schroet, who had a little trouble getting out of turn 4. We're gonna slow these guys down. Hardage, Rosowski had a great battle going on for the lead right there. The two teammates fighting each other. Third place going to the 7G of David Good Jr. Then we've got the 10 of Landon Souter in 4th and the 08 of Alton Fambro back to 5th. We get them stacked back up one more time. Lights are out. And the 12 of Hardage takes off early. We go green flag racing. Oh, one around in turn 2. Big pileup in turn 2. A 29 of Campbell, the 08 of Fambro, the 19 of Quaid, and the 57 of Jason Kelly, all getting collected because the 08 of Fambro got a little bit loose and squirrely in turn 2. Collects a whole bunch of cars. Looks like there might be some liquid of some sort on the track up there in turn 2, which caused those guys to go around so quickly. Track officials making sure the cars watch out for the wet spots on the track. I see the 19 of Barry Quaid getting his machine restarted. We'll see if he stays on the track. Looks like he's going to. I also see the 57 of Kelly back under his own power. '29 to Jamie Campbell back under his own power. He rejoins the back of the pack, but we'll see if he takes it off into the pits. It looks like he might. And he does. The 29 of Jamie Campbell not going to be able to continue this one. I see the 08 of Alton Fambro on the hook, getting pulled off into the infield as well. So yet another restart for the 12 of Cody Hardage, followed by the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski, your points leader for the season. And back in third, the 7G of David Good Jr. rounding out your top 3. The 10 of Landon Souter going to pull it in 4th for the moment. And then we have the 53X. 53X of Matt Fox rounding out your top 5. We'll see if we get these guys restarted. Looks like the yellow light is still on. And we got one more pace lap. One more pace lap to get these guys in the right order. Flagman saying, let's go racing this time by. Keep your eye on the lights. As soon as they go out, your leader can restart at any time. All eyes on the 12 of Cody Hardage as he leads them out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. Lights are out. We'll see when he decides to start this one. Looks like he might be playing some mind games as they go into turn 3. He holds them up, holds them up, holds them up, and here we go, coming out of turn 4, green flag. Your top 2 remain in the same order. Top 3. Oh, contact. Contact between the 53 of Fox and the 57 of Kelly right down by the front stretch here. Sends Kelly almost off into the infield, loses a few spots. The 10-4 of Brzezowski now goes to work on the bottom side of the track against his teammate, the 12 of Hardage. Looks to make a race out of it. Here we go. Brzezowski on the bottom. He led that last lap. We'll see if he leads it again this time. We're halfway. 10 more laps to go. Brzezowski gonna lead him around the next lap. Traffic. Look out for the 13 of Howie Marks. Just about ready to get eaten up by your 2 leaders, and there they go. Your 2 leaders get by safely. Brzezowski and Hardage still your top 2, your 2 teammates. Lap traffic for the 3rd position now. David Good Jr. in 3rd, getting around the lap traffic, but running out of laps. The 10 of Landon Souter also getting around lap traffic, so your top 4 have made it safely by, but laps running out for the rest of the podium. More lap traffic in store for your 2 leaders. Hardage and Brzezowski still fighting for the top spot. 2 laps to go, 2 more laps around. Lap traffic gonna be a factor for the finish of this race. The 19 of Barry Quaid, who started on the pole, now gonna become lap traffic fodder for your 2 leaders. The 5 of DJ Schroet also getting eat up by your leader. Brzezowski bringing it around to the checkered flag. Brandon Brzezowski. What a race right there, folks. Oh, got one going around in the pace laps. The 5 of DJ Schroet going for the donut right there underneath the flag stand. A little bit of contact causing that one. But yet again, the 10-4 Brandon Brzezowski showing us why he is the king of the late models out here for the points race. Brandon Brzezowski knows how to get it done in a late model right here at Pleasanton. Give him a wave right there, folks. He can see you. Shake your hat. Brandon Brzezowski. Right there with his teammate, the 12 of Cody Hardage, turning it around. Gonna congratulate his teammate. These 2 guys putting on a show for us. The top 3 right here in view. I don't know if we have a microphone for him, but there he goes. Give him a wave, folks. The 10 of Brandon Brzezowski can hear you now. Showing us how it's done in Pleasanton, Texas. Brandon Brzezowski putting on a show. Passing his teammate in the 12, Cody Hardage, for the lead and never looking back. Had some lap traffic to contend with, but did so safely and in firm control of the lead. Brandon Brzezowski will continue to build on his points lead for the rest of the season. We got one more show with the late models in a couple weeks. Your feature race lineup for the tuners looks like this. We got a good battle right here in the front of this pack. The 14 of Brandon McCall. Inside row 2, the 816 of Ryan McDonald alongside the 70 of Rod Tate. Row 3 is the 28 of Levi Hernandez and the 9T of John Thomas. Row 4, his brother, the 55, Riker Hernandez, along with the 35 of Daryl Jones. Row 5 will be the 75 of Chad Miller, along with the 43 of Jennifer Kidd. Row 6, the 11J of Josh Jones and the 88 of Justin Sitterly. And bringing up the rear, the 88 JR of Ronnie Schoenfeld. Off to the early lead is the 14 of McCall, with the 33 of Garner to his outside, but here comes the 816 of Ryan McDonald. Oh, the 43 of Jennifer Kidd goes for a ride coming out of turn 4. She holds on to it and jumps back to the end of the pack. We'll see if she can make up some ground. McCall, Garner, McDonald, still your top three. The 816 of McDonald sets to work on the top side of this track. Goes around the 33 of Garner and takes over the second position as they head down the backstretch. Battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th. It's a battle of the brothers, Hernandez and Hernandez, along with the 88 of Sidderly, who gets real close to the front stretch wall. Sorry, that's the 88 JR, I think, of Ronnie Schoenfeld. Actually, no, I take that back. I think that is the 88 of Sidderly working the top side of the track, picking up 6th position for the moment. Getting around the brothers Hernandez. But now we got the 816 of McDonald taking over the top spot from the 14 of McCall. McDonald going to lead this next lap. Battle for 6th right now. The 88 of Sidderly goes around the 70 of Rod Tate, further back into the back, and then we got the brothers Hernandez who are beating and banging alongside each other. They're brothers, but they're not afraid to race each other hard in these tuners. Not afraid to make a little contact. Meanwhile, the 816 of Ryan McDonald building on his lead over the 14 of McCall. We're halfway done with this feature race. A little bit more bumper beating for the brothers Hernandez further back in the back of the pack. They're bouncing off of each other. Here goes the 88 of Sidderly around the 35 of Darrell Jones. Sidderly picks up the top 5, now in 5th position. He goes to work on the 9 of John Thomas. The 816 of McDonald gets around lap traffic. The 43 of Jennifer Kidd. Lap traffic now for the 816 of McDonald and the 14 of McCall as they come out of turn 3 and 4. And McCall now having to contend with lap traffic. That's the 43 of Jennifer Kidd. He goes low in turn 4 and looks to get around her for the moment. Holds on to his 2nd position. There's a battle for 4th right now going into turn 3. That's the 88 of Sidderly and the 9 of John Thomas, who gets a little crossed up coming out of turn 4. John Thomas falls back to 5th. McDonald, your leader, eating up all sorts of lap traffic as he goes around the 75 of Miller. And puts 2 cars of lap traffic between himself and the 14 of McCall. Big distance right now between first and second with 2 laps to go. 2 more laps in this feature race. White flag now for the 816 of McDonald. Firmly in control of this race. No competition for him tonight. Here comes the checkered flag now for the 816 of McDonald, followed by the 14 of McCall, and then the 33 of Garner, who has competition from the 88 of Sitterly. Sitterly falls back to 4th. And that puts the 9T of John Thomas in 5th. One more feature race tonight. One more race for the IMCA Modifieds. We're about to send them down the chute. Big Modifieds. Spoiler scraping IMCA Modifieds. Here they come. IMCA Modified starting lineup looks like this. On the pole, the 5 of Cody Clark. Outside of him will be the 53 of Chandler Fox. Inside row 2, the 8 of Logan Dinsmore. Outside of him, the 22M of Anthony Gordon. Inside row 3, the 5M of Ryan McDonald. Outside will be the 8G of Greg Dinsmore. And last but not least, the 7 of Stephen Booble. Set to bring up the rear. The 5M of Ryan McDonald. Yes, you heard that right. He was the driver of the 816 who just won the last race here in the tuner class. Now he's going to go jump into a modified. So we'll have a quick moment while he jumps into that car and gets strapped in to join this last feature race for the night. While we have a quick moment, everybody check to make sure you have your cell phone. If you don't, I have a pretty large cell phone here with a metallic blue and black case. If you're missing your cell phone, come down here to between the 2 stands and come see me and tell me what's on the front screen, and I'll give you your cell phone back. But double check, make sure you got your cell phone, because there's one loose over here. Come and check it out and come see me. I hear one more coming down the chute. 5M of McDonald, there he is. Out of the tuner and back into the big IMCA modified. Coming off his feature race win, he's going to jump into a completely different style of vehicle and see if he can hang with these IMCA modified guys. Keep an eye on the orange number 22, that's Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon, sponsored by All In Designs in that Swenson Racing modified there. We'll watch for him and the two number 8 cars to jump up to the top here quickly. Here we go, green flag comes out. Oh, yellow, yellow. Not gonna have that one as a start. Here we go again, green flag in the air now, a little confusion. But there goes the 8 of Logan Dinsmore off to the early lead, gets around the 5 of Cody Clark, the 53 of Fox, and the 22 of Gordon go 3 wide with the 5 of Clark. And now here comes the 22 of Gordon, taking over the second spot. The 7 is Stephen Booble around again in turn 4, but he's off the racing surface. And we'll see if we stay green. We'll see if he's far enough off the surface to be safe. Looks like he is. And we stay green. The 8 of Logan Dinsmore jumping out to the early race lead. Not looking back as he looks to make distance on the 22 of Anthony Gordon. Yet again, the 7 of Stephen Bobel around in turn 4 looks to be off of the racing surface. Stephen Bobel having all sorts of trouble with that 7 machine. He gets it refired and back out onto the track. Grab a gear, Stephen, let's go. Logan Dinsmore, your leader, getting around the lap traffic of the 7 of Booble. He remains your leader, several car lengths distance on second place, the 22 of Anthony Gordon. We got one around in turn 2. That's the 5 of Ryan McDonald. Ryan McDonald around in turn 2. Tricky track out there, all sorts of slippery stuff going on in the turns. These big IMCA modifieds, lots of horsepower, and it is hard to keep these things under control. It takes a very delicate foot to keep these things going in the right direction. So we're going to get a restart here, folks. The 8 of Logan Dinsmore currently in the lead, but that brings the 22 of Anthony Gordon right up to his back bumper. We also have the 8G. That is the number 8 machine with a little bit more yellow on the back of it. That's Greg Dinsmore. Father-son combination right there. We'll see if there's any family strategy going on for the Dinsmores as we're about to restart this race. 4th goes to Fox, and 5th goes to the yellow 5 of Cody Clark. Logan leads him around, and back under green we go. Logan Dinsmore remains your leader for the first part of this lap. Anthony Gordon jumps back up into second, but the 8G of Greg Dinsmore right there with him. Anthony Gordon having a little trouble getting out of turn 2, slows up and gives the second spot over to the 8G of Greg Dinsmore. Now we have a father and son top 2. Logan Dinsmore leads him around one more time. Lap traffic coming up for your leader. Once again, the 7 of Stephen Booble gets passed by the 8 of Logan Dinsmore. All 3 of your top podium competitors get around the lap traffic. The 5 of Cody Clark having a little trouble getting out of turn 4. Oh, well, yeah, once again, the 7 of Stephen Booble goes around in turn 4, but gets far enough off the racing surface. We're going to stay green. Dinsmore, and then the 22 of Anthony Gordon. You're still your top 3. But Logan Dinsmore now having to contend with lap traffic. He gets around safely. And once again gets around the 7 of Booble safely again. Now the 8G of Greg Dinsmore. A little bit of a traffic jam. Splits the difference between the 2 trapped cars. Now your 3rd place competitor, Anthony Gordon, going to have to try to find a way around these 2 lap cars. Anthony Gordon splits the 2 and gets around safely. He maintains his 3rd spot. Oh, but the 8 of Greg Dinsmore goes around in turn 4 on the last lap of the race. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Folks, it's not over until it's over, and that just proves it right there. The 8G of Greg Dinsmore goes around on the checkered flag lap and falls back to the back of this pack. That gives the 22 of Anthony Gordon the 2nd spot. Your winner, though, first-time winner in an IMCA modified, first-time winner feature race, the 8 of Logan Dinsmore. We're going to get him out of that car in just a second, folks, but this is his first feature race victory. I want you guys to give him a huge round of applause as soon as he gets out of that car. He's got a bunch of safety equipment to get off of him. And as you guys are getting your spots cleaned up, there he is, folks. He can hear you now. Logan Dinsmore with his first feature race victory right here in Pleasanton, Texas. Going to be a memorable one. It's all about family, folks. His brother's right there to give him a hug. He's going to go give a big high five and hug to his dad right there in the 8G machine. Proud dad moment right there. Greg Dinsmore. Now, I don't have a microphone to give to the Dinsmores down there, but the Dinsmores are a great racing family. If I had to take a wild guess as to what's going on in Greg Dinsmore's head, his youngest son is about to win his first feature race win here tonight. He probably lost a little bit of concentration thinking about that moment and spun himself around on the last turn.
But anyway, proud moment right here for the Dinsmores. What an excellent race, getting around all that lap traffic. Once again, a big cheer for the Dinsmores tonight. Good race finishing up tonight for the IMCA Modifieds. Please, please, if you would, pick up the trash around you. Clean up your spaces if you would. It is a difficult thing to keep this facility in a nice condition, so
Did good.
please, please pick up the trash around you if you can, and we've got lots of trash bins on your way out. Folks, make it home safe. Don't try to do what these drivers are doing out here on the track. I-37 is not the place to do it, not this time of night. Make it home safe. Come back and see us again in a couple weeks for our season finale, the Points Championship, on October 2nd. We'll be racing again October 2nd, so come see us again as we finish up our championship points race.
Good job, man. Good job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You got it, son.